Greetings and salutations. I am the Raven, and this is Stepping Taxis, and joining me is making sure all the details are correct and all those are going to process correctly is JKLantern.
It's funny because I am actually really anal about filling out forms in real life. Like, I will triple check them.
Next up is the supervisor who peeks over your shoulder just to make sure you get your work done. Sir Art.
Do you have the cover sheets on your TPS reports this week?
Shit.
And finally, judging you from afar while making sure all her files are amazingly immaculate and well presented, Yoko.
You said TPS, and the only thing I could think about was third-person shooter. Save me from Unity, please.
I'm old, and it's a reference.
Still, save me from Unity, please.
You were never
news.
safe from Unity. There's an entire division up here devoted to Unity games. It's pretty damn busy, really killing them off.
Oh boy.
All survived in a plane crash due to skillful efforts of the pilot. Local politician dead after being struck by a car. The police have yet now ruled out a deliberate hit.
I don't think I'm gonna cry over that one.
Three humans have to die. Okay.
How many does it say? 3?
3.
3.
Lecturer gives a number of different mathematical lectures in a prestigious university over neighbouring blah blah blah. The team of forming a ragtag group of students of robbing casinos with a bunch of clever maths-related con methods.
So con artist, huh? Okay.
Not for long.
At first I was gonna be like, we still need teachers. Uses these methods to con casinos. No. Oh, sommelier.
Who knows about wines? He doesn't.
There are people for that. Yes.
Except this guy's not one of them.
Grown lazy are learning the minute differences between grape sorts and other aspects. Lately, they have started to claim that the headless rider is stalking them around town.
Well, the headless rider's going to kill them for not knowing why.
We're going to give I think we need to give the headless rider some help. But let's look at the other profiles first.
Legendary guitarist Chase Fontaine.
Fontaine, oui. Yes.
Loves shredding guitar solos. The more technical, the better. Their fingers pick and slide over the guitar so fast that most companies can't even catch up. They're an idol to the most ambitious young guitarists to be. Grim, I am watching you. You should mark this profile to live fate. Okay.
I think we would have marked this profile to live anyway.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
He seems like a decent enough sort.
Anna Ryan, veterinarian, had a very special connection with animals from a young age. Occasionally, even preferring the company of animals, although they have only worked as a vet for a few years. They've already considered a legend and earned the nickname of the Mouse Whisperer.
We need the Kikyo friend.
Yes.
We need the Kikyo friend. The Kikyo friend must live.
Yes.
No, that kind of bites off the last two then.
Yep.
Butcher. Never thought they had the stomach for chocolate meat. Turns out the trick was that disassociate.
I remember her.
Yeah, the wasteful butcher.
The wasteful juggling butcher, yeah.
Who juggles knives in their spare time. Guess how they die?
See, if I was making the game, I would have had her get, like, eaten by a bear or something. Something completely unrelated to juggling knives.
Grim, there you are. Let us be quick. All the profiles are here, just as requested.
And we need to
You even adhered to my
we even adhered to the little test note, even though we probably would have anyway.
Yeah.
we need good guitarists in the world.
We need musicians to lift people's spirits.
If you keep this up,
Especially considering what we're about to put them through.
you may be even
Imagine the possibilities of a promotion.
position.
Yeah.
Imagine the possibilities.
Yeah.
And the cat is delighted about this.
Quite busy tonight, so you can go. Until tomorrow.
Money. Give me my muns.
We get the muns at the beginning. We get the muns once we leave the office. Now, we might want to go ahead and afford the mirror because we need that to make any actual choices for
Costume.
And we get a story about the mirror from Mortimer here.
Plundered the lot of it, even the mirrors. Built the frame from beautiful driftwood washed ashore from the ship we rammed into.
Also, something else will happen when we have the mirror. That, since this is a first run, we are going to mostly ignore.
Minus 200.
But yeah, once we have the mirror, we can interact with it to change our look.
Huh.
That is the
No.
first thing we can do with the mirror. The second thing will become obvious later. We are now Money Skeleton.
We were Scooby-Doo for a good chunk of last night, which
Yeah,
was
last
fun.
night we went the Scooby-Doo, the translucent head with a bow tie outfit.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
Yes, it was amazing.
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
Hero alert! Every veterinarian says the day after pacifying a horde of hungry mice.
Pacifying a horde of hangry Kikyo.
The Kikyo rebellion occurred, but was
Yes.
thwarted.
It's raining nice. Hallelujah. Witness this grisly night. Juggling accident. Hallelujah. Scientists discover a new strain of super tuberculosis.
Fun.
The visionary
New
atom.
what? Excuse me, new what? Of
Super tuberculosis.
no, like new what of super turbo?
Strain.
Strain.
You okay, never mind.
Yeah, new strain. In other words, new form of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
The visionary atom. Read the 10 best science fiction novels from early atomic age.
So just keep those last things in mind.
2 humans have to die, spreading humans with science background.
Which, considering we found a new form of super tuberculosis, would probably be a good thing anyway.
Spare every human with a science background?
Yes. So you get to figure out who counts as science background and who doesn't.
Nuclear
Nuclear-
physicists. Physicists?
They live.
I'd say that counts.
Get back here. Network engineer.
Network
Not exactly.
is
Not exactly sure.
is not exactly science.
When the
Computer science is a thing.
career as
Yeah.
a network. When their career stagnated, it's definitely not what they dreamed of doing in their life. But it barely just continued enough, and their large family depends on their income. Librarian. Currently exhausted librarian who has 3 master's degree but no doctorate, engaged in a variety of hobbies, but tend to give up on academic things. They have a sharp mind which others come up being too sarcastic.
So we have a very sarcastic librarian, but is library science a science?
Also, I don't really like him. This is
Oh.
definitely science, though.
Yeah, that's a microbiologist. I mean, a grad student who's studying tuberculosis.
Unemployed.
Isn't going to work anymore ever, and they don't really have to, because so once in a lifetime they a ton of money in a heist, then hit the money, and that the heist party has died due to more or less mysterious circumstances. Dead.
Yeah, goodbye.
So now the money's going to be missing forever.
He has a literary critic. Pokes a fellow student with a pen and they realise from the moment onwards their best pals will be only found on the pages of books, as these friends cannot be directly poked with pens.
Okay, so we're only allowed to kill 2.
And we've already killed 1.
Yep, we've already picked 1.
I think the librarian and the network engineer are more useful than the critic in itself. That's really terrible.
I'm not going to disagree with that.
The critic annoys me. I sentence him to death.
His only friends are in pages of books.
I mean, a librarian is more likely to help you reach the knowledge you seek, unlike a critic.
Ignore the cloud on the mirror. It's nothing.
Definitely nothing. Totally.
Absolutely nothing.
Good. I see the correct amount of profiles.
I can almost hear the suspicious look we were just given for that.
Yep.
5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make?
How does it feel to make difficult choices?
I still feel awful about every choice.
Killing enough, I crave more.
I still feel awful.
Okay, let's roll the dice for this.
No!
I'm
No!
not saying I want to go with the I crave more. I'm just saying that is an option. I'm pointing it out.
You really want the awful option, Yoko?
Yes.
We're going awful then.
Thank you.
I am nice to you sometimes.
You are. And sometimes you're actually being too nice.
We're good to you?
Yes, you also sometimes are even too nice to me.
Yoko, that's impossible.
Oh, it is very much possible. Why else would I be overwhelmed on Christmas?
No, never mind. I have not found a way.
This isn't a topic for in video, so
I have been here.
maybe later.
This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans.
Is it unethical to make the choices we make?
Make the choices you made.
But you handle the rules. Can't worry, I'm not happy with the situation. No. Okay, where's my D20? D60?
I was gonna say, it kinda has to be done. Doesn't it?
Question mark?
It gladdens me to hear you do not bother yourself with unnecessary concerns. The office is and
Do we though? Do we really?
Well, they claim to know what they're doing.
we know what we are doing.
Oh, these two know what they're doing.
Yeah,
I do apologize for taking up so much of your time.
and you can actually get some interesting things behind the game's inner workings here, in a sense.
The children. They
Like,
are a
why don't we see underage profiles? Because children are a special case for a different set of departments, and we will never see them.
I bet those people are children themselves.
countless.
And there are countless departments
Myriad.
that all have Reapers working in them.
Close enough. Anything else?
I like the why do all the profiles refer to people as they? I feel like there's something there.
We're going off all these, so he'll get
We
to it.
get to ask all the questions here.
Absolutely.
Alright, gotcha.
And it's like there's even a department for animals. Which I think I commented last night. Being in the group that has to process the dogs, I couldn't do that.
That would be terrible.
They put
The
you
dogs
stay,
and the cats, I don't think I could process.
and even worse, they put your staplers in jam. We'll get to that later.
Man, imagine working for the plant department. That would have to be crazy.
Kind of, I guess. Ruins are like a
And like I said, would you want to work for the Unity game department?
feel so
You get like 50,000 a day to kill off.
I must ponder. This topic
This topic is a bit too abstract.
Well, we just asked about buildings.
I mean,
Are
fair.
buildings alive? And is there a point system? No, there isn't.
in all and in none. Yes.
And this is, going to be about as vague as he can possibly be.
So it's paid to be vague.
Yep.
Humans have some free will, sure. They can make a variety of choices.
Yeah, you just completely dodged the question.
Yep. Fate is good at dodging the question.
The life-threatening situations that bring them onto your desk.
Meanwhile, he does remind us that they put themselves in this life-threatening situation.
Then there are some highly complex calculations, factors and aspects that influence the situation. But that is just a bit over your pay grade.
Hmm. Just a bit over your pay grade.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Anything else?
So then why do they all, or why are they all theys?
You see, Grim, our office does not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition.
No, we do not operate on information about biological backgrounds or genetic composition.
Minimal. Everyone you assess is simply
Everyone is just human.
excluding any monumental error.
That's
in normal
not a bad thing in itself.
The bottom line.
I mean,
is that
yes and no.
your desk,
Because, like,
you must follow
for some people, if you completely exclude
anything else.
the concept of gender, or at least anything related to gender,
Bid you a good night.
there are things that can seem bad, but with the context of gender, that actually makes sense. It's hard to explain.
Ooh, snow globe.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
it's a complicated situation. We can't afford the snow globe.
Damn it!
Yeah, the snow globe's important for later runs. But yeah, it is a very complicated situation. And I can see both sides of it, but considering the role we are playing, we are determining who lives and who dies. And excluding the gender and ethnicity from that is probably the wisest decision they could have made.
Fair.
Considering what we are doing with this information we are given.
We are
And yeah, the cloud turns out to be a voice in our head, essentially,
Huh.
who is... Well, they do a thing that is better suited to a later run.
How does it feel?
Have you done it yet, Raven?
I don't think I'm going to cross it yet.
Okay, yeah, there's a thing that starts to happen, and I'll point it out when it happens.
It's a grim world over there. Huh.
Yeah, but these things, this voice that comes up to talk to you, calls itself
I like
a
the
chimera,
Undertaker though.
calls itself a chimera, calls itself a few things, and then snarks a whole lot at you. And it will start coming up. Not today, though.
Panic arises when new tuberculosis escapes lab. Doctors believe elders to be most susceptible.
Welp.
Welcome to 2020.
Yes. Nuclear physicists researching nuclear drive technology from outer space exploration. Critic dies from blood pressure poisoning after accidental stabbing themselves with a pen.
A fitting end for the critic.
Yes.
Also kind of pathetic.
So was the critic.
At least
Yes.
it wasn't a pencil they stabbed themselves with. There'd be lead poisoning.
Nom nom.
I
pencil.
knew you were going to say that when you went there.
Also, Yoko, I know you're not making any noise in the moment, but I know you're internally groaning.
What? What did I say?
Nothing.
No, it's what Raven said.
Your accent really is hard to understand at times. I'm sorry.
After seeing his stab himself with a pen, Raven said, well, at least it wasn't with a pencil or you'd get lead poisoning.
There we go.
There we go.
I had to make sure we got the response there. There
Okay, no, I get it now. You
IT
dumbass.
IT firm dealing with massive data breach lawsuit caused by a careless worker.
Yep, we let them live.
Yep.
Right, a local librarian with photographic memory promises to read all books out loud to those in need. Small town prodigy moves to city. We say, reach for the stars. Scientists very close to figuring out how to counter a dangerous pathogen. 6 humans have to die. 2 humans aged between 35 and younger have to die. Any humans with a medical background have to live.
Have to die, isn't it? Doesn't
Yeah,
it
have
die?
to die.
Oh yeah, have to die.
So 6 have to die. 2 of them need to be 35 or younger,
Yeah.
and anyone with a medical background has to also die.
Yep.
So we got to figure out who to live more than anything.
Nurse, medical.
Nurse gets to die because medical.
Yep.
Therapist, medical.
Therapists.
You die.
It's medical.
Yep.
Nothing personal. Cosmetologist? Nope.
Not medical, no.
Not really.
JJ Sports commentator?
I want
Immunity.
to kill him.
Immunologist?
They die.
That's medical.
That's 3.
Student.
Student in what?
Astrophysicist or astronaut.
Two things
So
somewhat related.
Okay. How old?
They enjoy painting, mostly nudes, painting, programming, and volleyball. 20.
I
what are
think
the
he has
ages
to.
of the people we already cacked off here?
Excuse me, what was the age of the humans that had to die?
Yep.
2.
35 or below?
Yeah. Okay, we got
I'm
one.
sorry, you talked over each other. Surat, you were saying?
35 or below is our age where we have to
35?
pick 2. Yeah.
And did we meet that quota yet?
I think we need one more.
We need one more. Oh,
I think the student fits.
I think I found your cheese wheel.
Oh no! We found the cheese wheel!
Uh-oh.
I take it he lives. If we want to
No,
continue.
they stole the cheese wheel. He has to die.
Okay, he dies.
They made the discovery of their career something. They found an ancient cheese wheel in a tomb.
Tired. Student.
So that's 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
And we fulfilled all but the main requirement. I'm perfectly happy killing off the commentator.
Yeah.
I'd say the retired person though.
The holidays are put on hold due to recent outbreak of tuberculosis. Team sports commentator, quick wit and hot, some say spicy takes. Express themselves through cosplaying as their favourite video game and also addicted to painkillers.
I
The middle
mean,
one is also a conspiracy theorist who believes we're in the Matrix.
then again, they are still working. A retired person. Oh god, I hate thinking that way.
Okay, roll the dice. Odds, the retired person, evens, the commentator. Odds. Apologies. Commentator gets to live for now.
And I know you hate thinking that way, but that is actually something you have to consider in this game. That is
Yeah.
actually a consideration whether or not they're contributing to the economy anymore.
New recruits.
This game has a lot going on in the background.
Yes, it
It's
does.
it's incredibly dark and it's amazing and I love it.
After such a day. Excellent. With this attitude, you will become a most industrious reaper. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened? Interesting.
Yeah, because in the run last night, instead of being the medical background, it was the economics background, right? And we ended up causing like a huge market crash.
No, actually, the funny thing is, we ended up destroying the world.
Well, we
It
did,
was-
but
it was a scientific background that had to die, and all the scientists were ecologists.
Okay.
So the ecology plunged, but the prosperity rocketed.
Okay, it's that time again. I have been the Raven. This has been Death and Taxes. Joining me has been making sure faxing all your documents properly. JKLantern.
oh crap! I need to get this notarized. Anybody know a notary public?
Having bowled your last working marker, Sabot.
I've got my abacus out, and I'm ready to tally some lives.
I'm
Oh, damn,
worried.
we've been at this a few days already, haven't we? Well, I'll still wing it.
And judging you on how well you stamp the forms, Yoko.
Why am I here? Just to suffer?
Now, technically, you're here to make other people suffer.
But I suffer.
So yes. Until next time, be good, be well, stay out of our papers, and until next time, later.
Later, all.
Bye. Boy.
Lantern, say bye.
Bye.
Better.